I got a subpoena today.
Oh,
First subpoena ever. Served district court in Washington, served here where I live. And it has to do with what veteran intelligence professionals for sanity and I personally have written about the fact, it's not speculation, the fact that there was no Russian hack of the DNC, but that it was an inside job. Now, the forensics that we have, due to the fact that we're blessed by two, not one, but two former technical directors of the NSA and other volunteer forensic investigators, show that it had to be a thumb drive download with physical access to the DNC computer or server. Okay. Not only that, but before WikiLeaks published this, it had been saved to a storage device like a thumb drive. How do we know that? Well, I could tell you it would take me 3 minutes. It would take Bill Binney 4 minutes, but it has to do with how the thing was saved. It had nothing to do with the internet. It had to do with how this thing was stored. It was stored in such a way that it was only a physical, a thumb drive. Okay, now, where does that leave us? Well, what happened to the computer? Where's the computer? Uh, you know, oh, there's a whole bunch of mysteries here. And Butowski was overly clever, I guess, but he certainly elicited some stuff from Cy Hirsch. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a neuralgic reaction anytime you say Seth Rich. It's like, oh, oh, conspiracy theorist, conspiracy theorist, conspiracy theorist. Well, why? I mean, what we know about him is that he was disgruntled. He was working at DNC after having worked real hard for Bernie, right? And who is it? The head of the DNC that took the place of Wasserman Schultz. Anyhow, she devoted her book to him.
yes. Was it Rice? Was it Susan
Donna
Rice?
Brazil.
No,
Donna
no.
Brazil
Donna
devoted
Brazil,
her
that's it.
book
Yeah.
to Seth Rich live on Tim Black's show in 2016.
Yeah. So you put all this stuff together, and you've got to say, there's a con game going on here. It's a con game that was given real life when John Kennedy was assassinated. Because, as most of us know, the CIA had a role in that, a big role. And Allen Dulles, who had been the head of the CIA and was cashiered by Kennedy months before, somehow he weaseled his way onto the Warren Commission and became pretty much the director of the whole commission. Now, people thought that was a little odd at the time. I mean, the CIA was suspected initially. And guess what Allen Dulles said? Conspiracy theorist, conspiracy theorist. And that has stuck from that day. Any question of JFK story, the official story, conspiracy theorist. And it works right down to this day. Seth Rich murdered. Well, was it because he knew too much? Or I don't know. But we have enough circumstantial evidence, including from Craig Murray, the ambassador, former ambassador to Uzbekistan from the UK, who know enough about this to say, no, it wasn't a hack. We know some of the people involved. And it's going to be interesting because this subpoena that I got today, it's the weirdest thing. They're asking me for publicly available information and they're identifying it. I feel like saying, hey, you got a live link there, download it for yourself, damn it, But they're also asking me for any other information I have about the riches, about the hacking and all that kind of stuff. They've asked Bill Binney for the same thing. This is sort of like playing, the best defense is a good offense. And that's what I see Seth Rich's brother doing, trying to make sure that everyone is sued, everyone is preoccupied with what they wrote about this. And I don't think it's going to turn out too well once some of this stuff gets finished, the impeachment, all that kind of stuff. I think probably we'll see that there was more to the story, and that Kim.com, who talked with Seth Rich, who emailed exchanged at least, was may have had a larger share of the truth than anybody else.